Students, today we will start Standard 7th Max, chapter number 3. Chapter name is Data Handling. Data Handling. Data means a given information. A sum is having questions. Always we are having a question with the things which was given in that. That information is known as a data. Whatever data we are having, and handling means to arrange the given information, whichever the information given in the form of data, we have to arrange that data and we have to solve the sum. That means a data handling. That is chapter name. What we are today, we will start with it. So this is the introduction lecture. So first of all, the first topic we will discuss today will be a marks, telemarks, and what is frequency. For example, if we take a number 45628522231, suppose if we take a data of this collection of a few numbers, so that numbers we have to put, like suppose we are starting with the initially, that is the smallest number is 1, then 2, then 3 is here, 4 is there, 5, 6, 7, 8, like up to highest number is 8. So in a marked column we will be writing as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now telemarks, second column will be for the telemarks. Now what is the telemarks, you student? The telemark means a marking which was been repeated, a number which was how many time it was repeating, we have to mark as a 1. Suppose it is repeating twice, so you have to mark as a 2 line, 3 line, 4 you have to do 4 line. But as it is repeating suppose for a 5 time, so we will taking 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. This is a bunch of 5, right? Then another, if number is there, if same number is repeating 6 times, so you have to take one another line, 7 times one another line, and as on. So here we have given the question that 1 is repeating 1 time, so I have taken 1 telemark. Next column is a frequency column. Frequency means a number of observation, how many time it is repeated. 1 is repeated, 1 here it is only a 1 time, so we will writing it right as a 1. Second, 2 here it is repeating for a 3 time, 1, 2, 3. So I have written the 3 telemarks and total frequency will be 3. Same way 3 as a 1 and as on. As here 7 is not there, so no time repeated, 0 we will take, and highest number is 8, so 8 is repeating only 1 time, so we will write as a telemark as a 1 line and total frequency as a 1. So this is the one method, this is the one kind of sum which can be you will be solving in an exercise, so it will help you for that. Now the second topic of your chapter data handling is, for example, if we take a few numbers like 4, 2, 9, 6, 7. Suppose I have taken this number, this is a data which was being given, and you have told to find the range. Now what is the range? The range is equal to highest minus lowest is the formula of range. To find the range, we have to see that out of data, which is number is the highest, that is 9 is the highest here, that is the, and lowest number is 2. So 9 minus 2 is 7. So the range of this data 4, 2, 9, 6, 7 is 7. Range of the data is highest minus lowest. So we have to subtract highest number, first of all we have to write, then lowest number, and we have to subtract both this number and we will get a range. So this is the formula to find a range is highest data minus lowest data. So according to that you can find a number. Now after range, the next is mean. What is a mean? Mean formula is sum of all observations upon number of observations. For example, if we take data that is 2, 4, 2 and 3. Suppose these 3 numbers we are having, and you have to find the mean of these 3 numbers 4, 2, 3. So sum of all observation, that means how total number of observation is there, we have to add them. Sum means add. So 4 plus 2 plus 3 upon, that is number of observation. How many number of observation is there? 1, 2 and 3. So we will write 3. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. So 9 upon 3 we will get. As we cancel 3 1 ja, 3 3 ja. So final answer is 3. That mean of the observation 4, 2, 3, we get 3. So mean of this 3 number, that is 4, 2 and 3 is 3. What we get out of the formula, that is sum of all observation divided by number of observation. So by this way you can find the mean of any number, right student? Student is after mean we are having median. If you told to find a median, that means a mid value you can say, or a middle value. Any data which was given and you have to find the median of that data, that means you have to find a mid value of that data. For example, if you have a data that is number like 2, 4, 3, 9 or a 6, this is the data which we are having, and you have to find the median of this number. There is a two way, like arrange in ascending order first of all, or you can arrange in a descending order. Any of that you can arrange in ascending or in descending. I like to prefer to arrange these numbers in ascending. So we arrange this ascending as a 2, 3, then 4, 6 will be there, 9. This is the ascending order. You can see there is a total number are 5 numbers. So you will be leaving a 2 numbers from the left hand side and 2 numbers on the right hand side. That is 2 and 3 and 6 and 9. So middle number which we get from out of that data is 4. So 4 is your median of this data. 2, 4, 3, 9, 6. The median of this data is 4, which we get out of this formula. Mid value, which is we are getting the 5 numbers. Out of that, the middle number is third number, that is 4, and that is the median. After median, the next term which you have to learn, that is mode. Mode means a set of observation repeated most time. Suppose if we are getting a data and the same number which was repeating a most probably more time than other number, that number will be known as a mode. For example, if we take 4, 6, 2, 3, 6, 6, 4, 2, 8, 7, 6. This is our data. Here 4 is repeating 1, 2, 2 time, right? So we will write as 4 as a 2 time repeating. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4 time. So we will write as a 4 time. 2, 1, 2, 2 time. So 2 is repeating 2 time. 3 is 1 time. 4 is already we have done, already 2 have completed. 8 is repeating 1 time. 7 is repeating 1 time. So most probably highest number of repeating is 4 time, that is a 6. So 6 is your mode out of this data which was been given. A set of number of observation repeated most time. The 6 is repeating more time than any other number. That's why the mode of this data is 6, which we are getting out of this. Now the next topic, student, is a probability. After a mode, probability. What is a probability? Probability means number of favorable outcomes. There is a formula for probability. To find the probability is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So that means whichever the number of favorable items, whatever outcomes you want, that number divided by total outcome what can be there, we can say as a probability. Probability means one kind of a chance to get any number. For example, a coin, we can talk about a coin which is having a two side, that is head and tail. Suppose I say that what is the probability of getting a head if we toss a coin? So we are getting a number of favorable outcome is only one we want, that is head. So we will write 1 upon total number of outcome. It might be possible to come head also and tail. The total number of outcomes is 2. That is 1 upon 2 is the probability of getting head out of coin when we toss. Now second example, if a dice we can take. Dice is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I say that I throw a dice and what is the probability of getting 4 or less than 4 number? Total number of less than 4 and 4 number we might get 1, 2, 3 or a 4. So there is a total 1, 2, 3, 4 probability. So we will write number of favorable probability is 4, and total number of probability outcomes is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we will take as a 6, 4 upon 6, as we cancel by 2, 2 2 are 4 and 2 3 are 6. So probability of getting a number less equal to less than 4 is 2 by 3, or 2 upon 3 you can say. So this is the probability to find any outcome numbers. The student is a bar graph. So bar graph means a graph. You already know in class 6 also, that graph paper, in on that we are solving the sums. Bar graph means a bar which was been plotting on a graph paper. That kind of sum is known as a bar graph. A bar graph sums is having a two parts and a two types you can say. One is we are having a single graph, that is single bar graph, and second type we can have a double bar graph. So for further, if we take an example of a number and a data which was been given, for example a marks given of a subjects, they have given English, Maths, Science, SS, 4 subjects are there, and a student gets in English 8 marks. This is for suppose this is a semester 1, you can say, for a first exam, and this is for semester 2, that is second term exam. First term exam in English, he or she get 8 marks, Maths 6 marks, Science 5 marks, SS 7 marks. So if a single graph, if they have asked in a single sum, if they have asked about the only one term examination mark, so you have to prepare a single bar graph as similar like this. Suppose you are taking a one horizontal line, that is x-axis, and one vertical line, that is y-axis. 0 we will take, and you can put a plot, suppose 1 2 3 4 5 as on points, and you can plot a bar graph as any way, whichever way the question has been asked. This is called a single bar graph. Here it is given a double bar graph. So here it is semester 1 8 marks in English, semester 2 4 marks. So we have to put that 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is the marks out of 10. In first term 8 marks, so we will take as an 8 and we will draw a bar. Second term 4 marks, so at a 4 we will take and as a mark. So this is the difference between a first term, this is the first term or a first semester, and this is the second semester marks, as you can see. Same way we will put marks of max 6 and 5, we will take 6 and then 5 together, then 5 and 9 we will take 5 and then 9, then for SS 7 and 8, 7 marks in first exam, 8 marks in second exam. So this is known as a double bar graph. As this is a new for you to this, first of all in 6th standard you have done the single bar graph, but in 7th you have to do single as well as a double bar graph. This is known as a double bar graph and this is known as a single bar graph. If they are asked about the single one frequency data, then you can do a single bar graph. If they are asked about the two frequency data, then we have to draw a double bar graph as we have given. Now if another most important thing, students, to take a scale. Suppose I have taken here a scale of 0 1 2 3 4 9, because this marks is out of 10. So up to 10 we can take. The difference is 1 1 1 1. Each difference is 1 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 1 marks we have taken from 0 to 1. If suppose a big numbers have been there like 70 76 74 but less than 100, so it might possible that 1 2 3 4 up to 100 we have to take. Possible, it is not possible to take, so we have to take as a 5 as a difference. You can take 10 as a difference or a 20 as a difference, but always take the equal sale and equal differences between two numbers. For example, if we are taking a 10 difference, that means 0 10 20 30, as on you have to go up to whichever the number is given, right? You don't have to change like 10 20 30 40. So you have the difference between a 1 centimeter scale, you have to take a 10 units. Same way, if you are taking a 20 difference, that means 0 to 20, then another number after 1 centimeter it should be a 40, then it should be a 60, then 80 and 100 and as on. So the difference between them of a scale should be equal. So this is the most important thing that you have to take in mind. So according to the question, according to like here they have given the question out of 10 marks, so I have taken a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they have given 20, 25, 30, 40, 60, then you have to take from 0 to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and up to 100, and your sum can be solved. So this is a bar graph sum. If student, all this topic if you have understand properly, then it will be very much easy to solve the exercise further. So in the next lecture we will start with the exercise 3.1. Thank you students. Today we will start with exercise 3.1. Question number 1. 3.1 question number 1, I am reading it out. Find the range of height of any 10 student of your class. So here they are asked about the find the range. We have to find the range of height of any 10 student of your class. Randomly you can take any 10 students height. So suppose we take a height of a 10 student as 10, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12, 14, 33, 2 and 8. These are the sum of the measurement of randomly taken by a 10 student height in the class, and you have to find the range. So range, the formula I have explained you in the introduction lecture only, that range we have to find. The formula is highest minus lowest. Highest observation minus lowest observation. Which is the highest number out of this? 14. We will take 14. Lowest is 2. So 14 minus 2 is 12. The 12 which we get is the range of this height of the 10 student in a class. So finding the range, the formula you have to learn it, and you have to remember that range formula is highest observation minus lower observation. So whichever the data is given in the question, like here it is, we have taken the height of a 10 student in a class. Highest height is 14 and lowest is 2. So we will subtract both of them, we get 12 centimeter or 12 meter answer, right? Now we will move to question number 2 in exercise 3.1. Question number 2, I am reading it. Organize the following marks in a class assessment in a tabular form, that 4, 6, 7, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 2, 6, 2, 5, 1, 9, 6, 5, 8, 4, 6, 7. It is this marks has been there in a class assessment. Students in a class, they got this kind of marks. So for that, according to that, this marks, we have to answer this question. First question is, which number is the highest number? Which number is the lowest number? What is the range of the data you have to find? And find the arithmetic mean also. So first of all, we have to do that. Organize the following marks in a class assessment in tabular form. So first of all, we have to form this number on a tabular form. Tabular form means a marks and a tally marks column and a frequency number of students we have to find. So marks which are given, we will start from the lowest to highest, that is from increasing order, or you can say as an ascending order. So smallest is 1, so we will take 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So as on we will put as 1 to 9 number marks, 1 to 9 marks got. And a tally marks we will do it as here you can see 1 occurred one time, so we will put as a 1 line. In frequency number of students we will have 1, 2. Here 2 is 1, 2, 2 times, so we will write tally mark 2 and 2 is the frequency. Third 1, so we will put 1 and we will write 1. Same as we go on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Here you can see the 5 is repeating as a how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So we will do like this, that 4 lines will be there and 1 line will be crossing this 4 line. This is a sample, or you can say a set of 5 number. This is 4, 2, 1, 1. Total 20 students, we get the frequency numbers. So this is a tabular form of a question which has been asked to you. Now we will move to question number first, which was been there, that the highest number. What is the highest number? The highest number here is 9. highest number here in data also we got 9, so we will take as a 9, and the lowest is 1. So highest number is 9 and the lowest number is 1, and the range, third question asks the range of the data. The range of the data is highest observation minus lowest. Highest is 9 minus lowest 1. 9 minus 1, 8. The range of the data is 8 in this observation. And last question, fourth question is also asked that find the arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is equal to sum of all observation upon number of observation. So sum of all observation, which was there in a question, we have to add this all number, sum of all observation, and divide it by total number of observation. How many numbers are there? We will count now. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. 20 observation. We will plus all this number and divide it by 20. So after adding all this number, I got 100. So 100 divided by 20, 20, 0, 0, we can cancel it. 2 5 are 10. That means arithmetic mean of this all observation is 5. So arithmetic mean we got is 5. Now student, we will move to question number 4. I am reading the question number 4. A cricketer scores the following runs in 8 innings: 58, 76, 40, 35, 46, 45, 0 and 100. One cricketer is there, he played in 8 innings at that, and out of that 8 innings he scored the different runs which was been there given here in the observation data. Now for that question is asked that find the mean of square. We have to find the mean of square. The mean of square is the formula will be sum of the scores, sum of the observation, that means the sum of the scores divided by number of innings which they played. That means sum of the observation upon number of observation. The same formula of mean we will use. The sum of the observation, for that the data which was been given here, you have to add all this data: 58 plus 76 plus 40 plus 35 plus 46 plus 45 plus 0 plus 100, and divided by the number of innings, that is 8 innings. So we will divide it by 8. So after adding all this number, we got 400 divided by 8. 400 upon 8. So 8 divided by 400, 8 5 is 40. That means 50 is your mean score. Thus the mean score is 50 in this observation which was given. That is the 8 inning played by a cricketer, having its mean score is 50 run out of that. Now student, question number 6. Move to question number 6. The marks out of 100 obtained by a group of students in a science test are given here: 85, 76, 90, 85, 39, 48, 56, 95, 81 and 75. That means a student in a science test out of 100 marks got this marks, and the total number of students are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Means 10 students are there. 10 students marks has been here. Out of 100 they got this marks in a science test. Now question, find the first highest and the lowest marks obtained by the student. Who got the highest and who got the lowest? First question we have to find that. Second, range of the marks obtained. You have to find the range of this marks which was been obtained by 10 students. And third question is mean marks obtained by the group. The whole group we have to find. Out of that group we have to find the mean marks of this group. So first of all, first question, one by one we will go. Highest and the lowest marks obtained by the students. Highest marks obtained by the student are, here you can observe and see, 95 marks is the highest. Highest mark is 95. Lowest marks obtained by the students are, lowest marks is 39. So 39. Highest marks is 95 and lowest marks is 39, which we have obtained. Second question is range of the marks obtained. The range of the marks formula, highest marks minus lowest mark. So highest already we are having and lowest also we are having. So 95 minus 39, we will get 56. So range of the marks is 56. Same way, third question, mean marks obtained by the group. Mean formula is, mean is equal to sum of all the observation divided by total number of observation. So here marks is there, so sum of marks upon total number of marks. Total is 10 student marks we are having in a data, and we will add this all this number 85, 76, 90 as on 85, 76 plus 90 plus 85 plus 39, and as on 10 student marks we will add and divide it by 10. So after adding all this number of 10 student, out of this we get 730. 730 is the total marks of a 10 student in their science test. We will divide this 10 by 730 by 10 student, so we will get 73 as a mean. 0 0 cancel, 1 divided by 73 is 73. The mean marks obtained of this student of 10 students in a science test is 73. Thus the answer will be the mean marks obtained by the student is 73. So this way you can find the range, lowest, highest and mean marks. Here's question number 8. Please student, see carefully. I am reading out the question. The rainfall in millimeter, the rainfall has been counted in millimeter in a city on 7 days. Means one city is there, that rainfall is occurring since last 1 week. The rainfall has been measured in millimeter. So 7 days rainfall which was been there in the past 7 days of a certain week was recorded as follow. So day, and here it is rainfall in millimeter given. The days are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday as the weekly days. On Monday, the rainfall having here is 0.0 millimeter. That means there is no rainfall on that day. On Tuesday, 12.2 millimeter. Wednesday, 2.1 millimeter. Thursday, 0.0 another. Friday, 20.5 millimeter. Saturday, 5.5 millimeter. And on Sunday is 1.0 millimeter rainfall occurred. So this is the 7 days data is been given where the rainfall occurred in a particular week of a city. So according to that, find the range of the rainfall in above data. What is the range we have to find? First of all, find the range in first question. Second, find the mean of the rainfall for the first week. And third, on how many days was the rainfall less than mean. Means the rainfall which was been less than mean, whatever the mean we get, out of that how many days it is less than mean the rainfall occurred in a week. So after that we will solve first question. Find the range of the data. As all we know that range formula we have to put range of the rainfall. Here we are finding highest rainfall minus lowest rainfall. So highest rainfall occurred is 20.5 on a Friday, minus lowest rainfall occurred on Monday and Thursday, that is 0.0. 0.0 we will minus 20.5, subtract 0.0, we will get 20.5 millimeter. That means the range of rainfall is 20.5 millimeter. Second question, find the mean rainfall for the week. So for the mean rainfall, as we know that mean formula is sum of all observation upon total number of observation. So here rainfall is there, sum of rainfall recorded total upon total number of days. So we will put all this number with the sum of all observation on a numerator. 0.0 plus 12.2 plus 2.1 plus 0.0 plus 20.5 plus 5.5 plus 1.0, like this. All this number we have to add, and total is days are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we will divide it by 7. So after adding all this number of 7 days millimeter rainfall, I got 41.3 millimeter. So 41.3 divided by 7, we will divide it by 7. 7 5 are 35. We get 63. 6 will remaining, that is 63. 7 9 is 63. That means 5.9 millimeter is the mean rainfall of the week which was been recorded as there. Now third question, on how many days was the rainfall less than the mean rainfall. This is the mean rainfall, we get 5.9 millimeter. So less than 5.9 millimeter, how many days is rainfall occurred? So here it is Monday, less than 5.9, Wednesday 5.9, less than 5.9, on Thursday also less than 5.9, on Saturday also less than 5.9, and on Sunday also less than 5.9. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. So your answer, total 5 days. On Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, the rainfall is less than mean rainfall. less than 5.9 mean rainfall. There are total out of 7, 5 days rainfall is less than mean rainfall. Is the answer which we get. Question number 9, the last question of exercise 3.1. I am reading it out. The height of 10 girls were measured in centimeter and the result are as follow. They have measured the 10 girls height and the height of the 10 girl are as follow: 135, 150, 139, 128, 151, 132, 146, 149, 143 and 141 centimeter. Now what is the questions? The first question out of this data is, what is the height of the tallest girl? What is the height of the tallest girl? That is the highest value you have to find. What is the height of the shortest girl? Same way, smallest value. Third, what is the range of the data? As we know, formula we have to put highest minus lowest. What is the mean height of the circle or a girl? Mean height of a girl we have to find. It is a mean, and how many girls have 8 height more than the mean? That is mean more than the mean height. How many girls height is there? So totally 5 questions they are asked. First, according to that, first of all we will do height of the girl in centimeter. We will write from the question 135, 150, 139, 128, 151 and 132, 146, 149, 143 and 141 centimeter. Is a total 10 girls height. First question is, what is the height of the tallest girl? Out of this, which is the highest number? Highest number is 151. So height of the tallest girl is 151 centimeter. Second question, what is the height of the shortest girl? Height of the shortest girl is 128. Smallest number is 128. So 128 centimeter. Third question, what is the range of the data? Highest minus lowest. The range of the data formula is highest height minus lowest height. We will put, that is 151 minus 128. We get 23 centimeter. So range of the data is 23 centimeter height. Fourth question, what is the mean height of the girls? So we have to find the mean height of is the formula sum of the all observation upon total number of observation. Here sum of the height of the all girls upon total number of girls. So we have to add all this 10 girls height. We will divide it by 10. 135 plus 150 plus 139, 128 plus 151 plus 132 plus 146 plus 149 plus 143 plus 141 divided by 10. So out of after adding all this 10 number, I got 1414, that is 1414 centimeter. We will divide it by 10, so we will get 141.4 centimeter. 141.4 centimeter mean height. This is the mean height of the girls. Now the last question asks, according to that, they have given that how many girls have height more than the mean height. So mean height is we are having 141. More than mean height, how many girls are there? So we will observe the question here, 141.4. Okay, more than 141.4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 girls having more than 141 height. So more than 5 girls are there. Answer is height is more than the mean height, that is 150, 151, 146, 149 and 143 centimeter having a height. So this is your fifth question answer. So student, we have completed the exercise 3.1 here.